So let's talk about compound interest some more. In the last video, we actually talked about how banks figure out the interest, usually more than just once a year, and add it to your bank account so that you earn interest on your interest. That's compound interest. And we ended up kind of deriving this equation, or this formula, if you will. So I hope you, in our last video, saw where this formula comes from. P is your principal, in other words, how much money you have in your account. P sub 0, lots of times we use, these are called subscripts, that tell us P sub 0, we're letting stand for the starting principal. That often when you have a little sub 0 means your starting value at time 0. We're multiplying the money we invest times 1, that's the decimal version of 100%, plus the fraction of the interest we get. R is your interest rate, N is the number of times they figure out the interest, or they compound the interest each year, and then you do that N times per year. So P sub 0, this number here is your starting principal, the amount of money you invest. R is your interest rate, written as a decimal. So remember, if you have a percent means out of 100, so you have to divide that number by 100. N is the number of times the interest is compounded per year, and T is the number of years. So let's try one of these. Try to set this one up right here. We're going to invest $3,000 at 0.75% interest, and the bank is going to compound that monthly. Give that a go. All right, let's see how you did. Drum roll, please. Boom. Yeah. 3,000 was your starting value. 1 plus 0.75%. Well, we have to turn that into decimal land. Remember, whenever you get rid of a percent, you're dividing by 100. Dividing by 100, the little shortcut for that is moving your decimal 2 places to the left. Or if you want to, you can even just put 0.75 divided by 100 in your calculator, and that gives you the percent in decimal land. If we're compounding this monthly, there are 12 months in a year, so that means I'm doing that 12 times. So you're having getting a 12th of your interest 12 times per year. Well done. So then if I want to figure out how much money I'll have in this account, assuming I'm not depositing anything or taking anything out, you can plug things in using your calculator. So I plugged in 20 years, and I got that I would have $3,485.34. Go ahead and put this in your calculator and make sure you get that same amount. Little word of caution, depending on your calculator, when you put in the exponent 12 times 20, in some calculators you have to put a little set of parentheses around the 12 times 20, and in others not. So if you didn't get this number, that might be the reason why. All right, how much money would we have after 50 years? I got $4,364.46. Put this in your calculator and see if you get the same thing. All right, so that's compound interest.
The first time I saw her,